I'm Jason.
And I'm Hanifah.
We're AT Surgical's digital department, and we're an orthopedic supply manufacturer out of Holyoke, Massachusetts.
And we make the stuff to help you feel better until you feel all right. But listen, we're not doctors.
Nope.
But we are surrounded by a lot of doctor stuff.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah, and we write about it for atsurgical.com.
Yeah, and we really want to answer your questions about pain prevention and management. So if you have any questions about what ails you, please message us. The AT Surgical account on Twitter. It's very simple to find. It's just AT Surgical.
On Twitter.
Exactly. Are you ready, Hanifah?
Yeah, I'm ready, man. Let's do it.
All right.
Hold on, man. You're going to bust a gut, you know what I mean? You know, like really, like literally, like bust a gut. You know what bust a gut comes from?
Isn't it like laughing?
No, you bust a gut from laughing. But simply bust a gut is like a layman's way of saying you're going to get a hernia.
Ew.
Yeah, because like, a hernia is literally like busting your gut. Like your gut busts through your abdominal wall.
Yeah, like your like intestine like just gets out
hanging
there.
out there like, hey. It's not cool. It hurts. It's painful.
If you have a hernia, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And the phone's ringing. Even the phone's sorry for you.
Yeah.
Just gonna. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So listen. So we did our research.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Well, Hanifah did the research.
Because we want you guys to understand exactly what a hernia is and how to prevent a hernia, and also whether or not you want to have surgery, because that's really the only way to get rid of the hernia. And while you are trying to figure out whether you're going to have surgery or not, what you can do to kind of rein in the pain.
As Hanifah mentioned, a hernia is it occurs when the lining of the abdominal wall thins out, and then the intestine just pops out and starts just chilling there, like food passes through it, except that your intestine's on the outside now, so it's like going outside of your body before it goes back in, which would be cool if it didn't hurt so much.
So who gets hernias?
Well, it's actually mostly men, because we do all the work, like all the heavy lifting.
No, let's be really clear. Okay, yes, men do not do all the work, but often men lift things that they really should not be lifting and not lifting them in the proper way. Maybe it's a little too heavy. I know that refrigerator looks light in your mind, but perhaps you could have used other means to lift it out of the way.
Right. I mean, if you're going to lift a fridge, a lifting belt, AT01, ladies and gentlemen. It's one of our finest products. It smells great, too.
All right, let's talk about how to prevent a hernia, okay?
Oh, okay.
So, we're going to do notes here.
Yeah.
All right, so now, in order to prevent what I call the bloop, like it's bloop out of your stomach, right? Essentially, you're asking how to prevent your abdominal wall from thinning out, because you want to try and keep it strong. So even though when you try to lift that refrigerator, you can kind of keep things in. Your body can kind of take what you're trying to do and really should not be doing. Okay, so there's no hard, fast way to prevent hernias. But here's some things. You might want to, if you're overweight, you might want to consider losing a little weight, because being overweight just can not help the situation.
I was overweight once, and it made everything more difficult. When you're overweight and you're digesting food, for instance, like your body isn't actually experiencing the food you're digesting. It's still busy like dealing with all the other food that you've been eating, and so like you're never really like in the moment,
And speaking of food, another good thing is also to eat a lot of fibers, because if you eat foods that have high fibers, what that does prevent is constipation. If it does not flow freely, that means it gets blocked up, and sometimes it wants to get out by any means necessary. So, bloop! Yeah.
I hate that word.
Yeah, bloop?
Yeah, bloop, I do now.
Well, let's move on to, okay, you have the hernia, okay? Basically, the only way to really alleviate the pain, to just get rid of it, to basically fix the hernia, is to have surgery. Now, surgery is a decision that everyone must make. A lot of times, men often kind of just watch the hernia and see if it's going to get bigger, because often it starts off small. It's kind of like watching, a cake rise. But trust, that cake will eventually rise. The hernia will get worse and progressively worse. So you need to really think and talk to your doctor if surgery is the best option for you. Actually, a doctor said in regards to surgery, he compared surgery to sex. Okay, and so yes, he compared surgery to your first time having sex.
Maybe for him.
Well, listen, let's check out the analogy, all right?
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
He says, it will probably bring good things into your life, and you'll do it sooner or later, but you've got to do it only when you feel ready. If you're not prepared yet, no worries, just wait, and it will also be okay. So in other words, and listen, I'm not a dude, so I don't know how it felt, with the anticipation of having sex or not. But the things that go through your mind, and you're not sure. You can think back when you're, however the age you were,
27.
I'm sure there was some fear, some anxiety, all those things. So you got to do what's best for you, and of course, take all the safe options. Now, we don't want to go into a tangent because we're not really talking about safe sex per se, but you want to make sure you have all the information you need to make a really good decision regarding having surgery. At the end of the day, you would like to have that surgery to fix the hernia so you're not in pain anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are in pain and you either cannot afford surgery right now or you're still thinking about it, we got a solution for you. Plug number 2.
Trust the trust.
We took it out the box, man.
My bad.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, actually, we should take it out of the box.
Yeah, we should. But you can see the cover, the trust. It kind of wraps you up there, you know what I mean? And
covers the important stuff.
The important area, like this area right here, kind of holds the bloop in. Kind of holds the intestines in, so it's not just flowing freely, and you can kind of move about your day without being in excruciating pain.
And if you're curious, we're about to do an unboxing of the AT Surgical Truss. I'm so sorry. If you need one though, message us. If you're a blogger, we'll give you one if you write about it. But here it is, ladies and gentlemen. And again, I'm so sorry.
This is primarily for gentlemen.
Yeah.
This particular truss.
But it has pads on the insides for maximal comfort. And we sew these here in the factory. They're clean. They work.
I would hope so. But listen, guys, and women, for the women that are suffering hernias as well. We don't want you guys to be in pain, so we did a little bit of research just to give you a little bit of information. You can find out more on the site as well. You can get these products on the site if it's something you feel that you need in your life. And that wraps up this long episode. We said we wanted these videos to be 2 minutes, but we're going on 10.
And we might shorten them, and we might not. Who knows? Who
knows? But please give us feedback. We want to do our best to help you guys out and do the research. Sometimes we don't have time to do the research, or maybe you want to just hear the research from our friendly faces.
That's possible.
Because we are in the closet with all of the products, so we know them intimately. So until next time, folks. We don't have a slogan until next time. But until next time.
AT Surgical, we've got you covered.
From head to toe.